Getting down.
Getting dirty.
Welcome to Dirty 30, our 30-minute podcast that we're starting to do now. It's a Saturday afternoon. It's a very chill Saturday for us. We haven't had a very chill Saturday in a long time.
It is very true.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, we got couples massage.
We got a couples massage.
It was not what
we
thought
went
it
to
was
go
gonna
see Endgame.
Yes.
We were a week late, but a lot of people were.
Right.
We actually tried to go see it like the weekend that it came out, but it was ridiculously sold out. And if it wasn't sold out, then the only seats that were available were like in
the break your neck seats.
Yeah. And that's not how I like to watch movies.
No, I've done that once and I'll never do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that with Django.
Unchained. Ooh, and I saw everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty bad. Which is crazy though, because like in the moment, like it's like you get used to it for a while, or after a while you kind of get used to it. You forget that you're kind of like up in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I still wouldn't voluntarily do it.
It's easier too because the seats recline now, so you kind of like lean back a little bit more. Before it was like, old school seats where it was just like, okay, pull the seat down and sit on it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was cool though that all the movie theaters these days are having recline chairs.
Yeah, they had to catch up. You had to keep up.
Yeah, it used to be it used to be like
a luxury.
Yeah. Yeah. Icon Theater was like the only place that had them for a while.
Well, before we get too far off topic, let's go ahead and start our 10-minute topic.
Our 10-minute topic. We're talking about Endgame today, just like everybody else probably is.
Probably or has already.
Or probably already has done. But now we're 2 weeks into the hype, and it's like died down now. So now you can have some like fresh feedback that's not revolved around the hype. You dig? Which is cool. But I enjoyed it. It was cool. Like it was actually as hype and as epic as
everyone was thinking.
Everybody thought it was gonna be. I think my favorite part, of course, was when Spider-Man came back. Spider-Man is my favorite, like all-time, like superhero, like Marvel or not, like as far as superheroes go, like Spider-Man is that's my guy right there.
He's cool. I don't know your obsession with him, but he's cool.
I mean, he's dope. I
think it's his personality that you like. It matches yours the most.
Yeah, it might be.
You're projecting onto Spider-Man.
Projecting onto Spider-Man. Yeah, true.
No, I love the movie though. I mean, like I was. Me too. My narcoleptic self, like falling asleep.
I was really
surprised. I was wide awake all 3 hours. Yeah. I was so ready. The beginning did start off a little like different than I thought it would. I didn't really know what to expect though. I don't think I had really an idea of how I expected the movie to like start and has, I guess, a plot and everything. But when it really started, like it was going ready. That end scene. Like
the
I'm gonna
big
say
battle.
I am a sucker for girl power, and that scene with all the women, and they're like, "Bitches, we got this shit," and I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
That was a moment.
That was
with all the struts and whatnot. Yes, like they was going crazy on that part.
Total badass. I'm talking about some. Oof. Don't get me started. But yes, I am a sucker for some, femme fatales.
Femme fatale. What does that mean exactly? Femme fatale.
I don't know. I think it's like a deadly female.
I guess that makes
like
sense.
Drop Dead Gorgeous kind of thing, but like femme fatale, that's usually how they refer to but it's a French word,
right?
So I might not be pronouncing it correctly.
A fatal female. So I guess
Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah, Drop Dead Gorgeous. And, yeah, that's cool. The only thing I didn't like about the movie, though, I think I just don't like time travel. I don't like it.
It was like a little complex for me. Normally I can catch on to things, but I just couldn't wrap my head fully around like all of the talk they had around it.
Yeah.
They would say certain things and I'll be like, well, how does that work? I'm not really understanding what you're saying. The basic
especially
concept
like
I
the
got.
Ending. I remember you were struggling with the ending, like trying to figure out exactly how it happened.
How did Captain America all of a sudden get old? He said, well, all we need is 5 seconds, but however long it takes him, and I'm just like, but he came back in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So like, how did he get old? Because
see, what I really thought happened was, no matter how long Captain America actually spent in the past, the present people in the present only perceive it as 5 seconds.
Right.
So I think Captain America went to the past, he stayed, and
But he came back in 5 seconds. How come when they went back all those other times for the trials that they didn't come back aged?
Because he stayed, like, he decided to stay and live his life in the past. So he actually aged.
Okay, so then how did we get his current old version back in the present?
And see, that's where I think it gets complicated, because I think what they did, like, I think Captain America going back to the past is part of history. So, like, Captain America was frozen.
Mm-hmm.
He was unthawed later.
Right.
Then he went back in the past and lived his life. And shit. Now I just, like, fucked my brain up, because like he went back to the past and lived his life. But what I really think happened was the old Captain America was there. He was, because we already saw, like, in the movie that you can have two of the same, like, person in the same time period.
Right.
So I think he was there. He had already lived through it. He already knew that Thanos, like, you know, Thanos being there, like, he already knew it was going to happen because he had lived it already. Like, let's just say that the old Captain America was just literally in the forest the whole time. You know what I mean?
So everyone had a twin walking around in the world?
I don't think so. Just Captain America, because he was the only one that decided to stay.
But he didn't decide to stay until the end.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. But see, that's why I don't really like the whole idea of time travel, because it's so much like...
It's too many questions.
Yeah.
I think Back to the Future, like, that time travel movie didn't really throw me for a loop, because it was kind of a basic, like, okay, we're going to go back to the past, you know. And I don't remember it too clearly. I'm not like a Back to the Future like stan or anything.
I don't even remember.
But
I don't think I've even seen.
I know,
the
like,
Back to the
they had the
Future
whole
movies.
idea of like, okay, we're gonna go back, and we have to like fix this one thing, but we can't change anything else, or else it'll change the future.
Right.
And we don't want to do that.
And you don't want to do that.
And I get that concept. So when people go back and like do things and come back to the future, you know, I get that.
Right.
But like when you get complex like Marvel did,
like with time loops and shit,
it's got to go like a certain distance and certain time periods, and and all of a sudden it's like, you know, if we can go back, but we gonna stay, and all of a sudden like in the beginning when he's like a baby, and all of a sudden he came back like old man, and then this and that. I'm like, what the hell? This is, I get it, it's funny, but like I was just overthinking all of it.
Yeah, I mean, could be. I don't think I've ever even seen the Back to the Future movies, so I can't really like.
We have to watch them.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna watch it on YouTube Cinema.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Right.
Yeah. I think this might be an unpopular opinion as far as like Endgame goes, but I think Infinity War was better.
You think?
I think it was better.
You know, I can see why you would say that. I feel like there might have been more action in Infinity War, a lot more rooting going on, which is why like the end scene was probably like the most popular scene in that movie, because it had people at the edge of their seats cheering, seeing their favorite people and everything. I think when it comes to plot, Infinity War was really good. And that's
my thing.
I like when they brought in the different people. Yeah. And like you kind of like got to see the different, even if it wasn't like their origin story, but you didn't get the full story, but you kind of got like how different people came in and where their places kind of like took part in the regards to like the Avengers or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know which I like better. I think Endgame was a lot more sentimental. Maybe because it was the last movie. Maybe because people died. Spoiler alert. But
if this is a spoiler, if you haven't seen it yet, then you kind of deserve to be spoiled at this point. Like it's.
Yeah, no, I was pissed about Black Widow. I mean,
yeah, that was my bitch. That was kind of not expected at all.
And you know, and that was the perfect like duo to go. And I didn't peep it until they got there and like the skeleton floaty thing came and he was like, "I'm what you're looking for." And I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, it's over with.
And that fight though, I mean, that was real.
Yeah, that was dope.
Because that was some shit
raw.
that I would have done. Because like, had it been me and you over there,
it would have been exactly that way.
It would have been the same way.
What the fuck are you doing?
No, bruh. But
like blowing you up like slightly to get you not to go off over the edge and shit.
I would have totally tricked you just like Black Widow did.
Yeah. I think yeah, that was my whole gripe about, or not gripe, but I think that's why I like Infinity War better, is the plot. I feel like Infinity War, I feel like Endgame it was the same. It was like the same threat.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos getting the Infinity Stones and like whatever. I feel like in Infinity War, since it was like a newer thing, like it was this like the whole time you were like, damn, he's got the stones. Like fuck,
right?
Like, what
you
is
didn't
he
know
gonna do?
what was gonna happen.
Yeah, but this time it didn't really like. I didn't even expect Thanos to really like. I don't know. I think like the way they set it up in the beginning, I thought it was gonna be like a completely new threat because Thanos was supposedly dead,
right?
And he blew up the Infinity Stones. So
yeah, I think it was just the problem. That's just the problem with part 1 and part 2 movies.
Yeah,
because essentially that's all it was a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah,
but they just named it something
like,
different.
We can go back in time.
So when you go to see a movie that doesn't have part 1 or part 2 in it, I think it's easy to be like, oh, it was the same thing, but it was supposed to be the same thing because that was the end story. We're trying to figure out exactly how the world was going to be left. Were they going to be able to revert it back to its original state, or was it going to stay, semi-extinct?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved
it.
Like I totally forgot the people were missing until like that end scene, like you're saying, when Spider-Man and all of them came back, and I was just like,
and I think that was probably the one thing that they did the best was make you forget that people were coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know when I forgot, but for some reason I didn't
Captain
even
America
like.
was going to get his ass whooped.
Yeah, like pretty much. Like I don't know, like for some reason I just completely forgot. Like in the middle of all of it, that there were more people coming. It was kind of like, damn, like they opened the portals and shit. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I'm like, yeah, they coming back.
And then Doctor Strange was like, one year with 18 million outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, bruh. We don't got 18 million times to do this. Then he did his little finger thing at the end.
Like,
and Iron Man was like, all right, I got this.
I got to do it.
So sad, man. Had I been Piper, I would have been pissed as hell.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man was so crushed.
Speaking of Piper, though, and like
she was such a badass.
His daughter and everything, too. Like, I remember, like, in the beginning of the whole thing, the main reason why Iron Man didn't want to do the time travel thing was because he thought he was going to lose his family. And that conflict kind of just disappeared. Like,
he knew,
I didn't even like.
I don't think it was the time travel that scared him. It was the fact that them trying to redo the whole war again. Because like, they were gonna have to fight all over again, and he knew that with time travel, like if it goes bad, we can get stuck, we can die. Because you know how like the war, all those previous wars or fights and everything they had in the past, like the New York thing, all started over. So they could have easily died trying to like go back and do something over again.
Okay.
So I think that was more so like the risk involved with doing all of that. And then say they did get the stones back, and then they ran into Thanos coming back again or whatever. Like it was with time travel.
Just happened all over again.
Right. You don't know. It's too many what ifs.
Okay. Because what I thought at first was that they were gonna try to undo the last 5 years.
Yeah. But they couldn't because it had already happened. Remember that was something where he had, what was it? Did the Hulk say it, or someone said it where they were saying like, we can't undo all of the past or whatever because the past has already become our present and the present's already or it can't be like our future or something.
Like yeah, and I was like, I don't get the
whole thing, whatever he just said. But overall, I gave Endgame like definitely 5 out of 5 because it had me. I had to say 5 out of 5 because I don't think I've watched any Avengers movie that had me so hyped.
Yeah, no, like, that's real.
I was up in there like, oh shit, oh yeah.
Especially the last two though, like Infinity War and Endgame were probably the most hyped movie related events.
Thanos is ultimate bad guy.
Yeah, like for real. Like it was good. It was good.
Especially with that, because he was more of a conceptual enemy. He was only trying to get the one concept across of like, in order to right the world, we have to get rid of half of the people, and the rest of the people will be able to rebuild the world.
And then he was like, you know what? Nah, fuck that.
Right, which is kind of weird because when he was talking about how to fix the world was getting rid of half the people, I'm just like, bro, like how? Everybody was gonna be stuck. I mean, honestly though, I can't believe the world stayed so shitty for 5 years.
Yeah,
I get you, like the whole like, oh my god, my wife or my daughter or whatever is gone. The world is half empty, but you're alive still. Like y'all just spent 5 years in the city. The world looks the same.
It looks exactly the same. Shit
Everyone's
is all
just walking
fucked up.
around and walking through ghost towns and everything. Like we would have gone up north, gotten a new house,
right?
would have moved in. Like I would just started living life. I guess trying to figure out like because you lost president, you lost vice, you might lost the VP, treasurers, the government people. I guess trying to figure out like how to get. But there were still some people in the government they would have been able to step in, which is why we have the president and the VP.
Yeah.
But I guess you just don't know which people would have gotten taken and which people wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So
what is it, like 7 billion people in the world or something like that?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so 3.5 billion, that's still a lot of motherfucking people.
That is a lot of people. I'm saying, it's 1 and 2. Yeah. That's just like me and you sitting here, one of us is gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Which one would it have been?
I don't know. But good movie.
Yeah, good movie.
5 out of 5 popcorns out of 5 popcorns. Yeah.
All right, well, that was our 10-minute topic.
10-minute topic. Moving on to the 10-minute shot clock. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. This segment, we play a game. We play a drinking game. And we take shots for the drinking game. Today's drinking game, Ariana decided to pull up. What is this?
It's a never have I ever question generator.
The never have I ever question generator.
Yep. So basically, it's set up where, you just hit the button. It gives you a random question. You answer it saying, I have done this or I've never done this. And then it tells you the percentage of people who have answered this quiz or these questions, like how many people have done it and how many people haven't done it. So.
Okay. And if we have done it, then we take a shot.
Yes. And if we have done it, we take a shot.
Bet.
So.
This is going to be crazy. 10 minutes of this? Oh my God.
Are you ready?
Okay, let's try it.
I'm sure there'll be like stories and explanations in between too. Yeah. So maybe it won't be like, 20 shots. All right. So first question.
Mm-hmm.
Never have I ever gone to the supermarket for just one item.
Supermarket. So it's like grocery
like the
stores.
Grocery store. Like have you ever gone to Walmart for just one thing?
I'm sure I have. I'm almost positive I have. So I'm almost positive that I need to take a shot.
I've never gone to just one thing. I always go when I need like a couple of things. If I just need one thing, I'm always like, hey, Ma, do you have like, because she always has like new toiletries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just need like deodorant, I'll be like, do you have like new deodorant?
What if you just need like one gift card for somebody's birthday?
True. Although I usually need a card and a gift card.
But you went there.
I went there for a card, and a gift card.
But what if you just went there for like taco seasoning or like, oh no, come on, you had to have gone for one thing.
I just can't really think of a time where I've just been like, oh my God, I totally want Jell-O, so I'm going to go to the store for Jell-O. Like, no, yeah. I guess because I hate people. I hate going out in the public and doing things.
That usually
I can't
keeps
really
me away
just
from
not.
going to
I couldn't
the
go
store
for one thing. When I go to the grocery store, it's for like a couple of things, at least 2 or 3, and I leave with like 20. But
now, what about that time?
Were we going for the cake?
No, that time when we had to go get cash back.
We went for cash and we got gum. We had to get 2 things. We gone to get cash. Well, we had to get an item too, so you had to go buy an item to get cash. She's not trying to take a shot. She's scared, boy. Nah, it's okay. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to go with never. I've never done that. So 29% of people who answered this question have not gone to the grocery store for just one item.
How many was that? 29%?
Yep, 29%.
29%. I had to grab the bottle because I need to take a shot. Because I know I've been to the supermarket for one thing.
They should have worded it and said, have you ever gone to the supermarket for one item and left with more than one? Or like, and only left with that one item that you came for.
Yeah. Which, in that case, like, I probably did go for one thing and probably came out with more than one.
Oh, yeah. See, you're probably like the minority. Because I feel like a majority of people go to the store like, okay, I just need to grab paper towels. And all of a sudden, it's like they come out with 2 grocery bags of like paper towels, tissues, the $5 bag of candy that was on sale, and everything else.
I'm gonna cheers myself.
Cheers. All right. Next question.
Oh, today we're drinking.
Never
Eddie's.
have I ever had sex on a trampoline. I've never done that before. Nope. I would love to know the percentage of people that have.
Yeah.
86% of people have not had sex on a trampoline.
I thought you were going to say 86% like did. I'm
glad
like,
to know. I can't believe 14%. How do you have sex on a trampoline?
On a trampoline.
Like, talk about intensity. I mean, I don't.
Each like boom, boom,
right.
Boom.
Like, I mean, that's talk about like pounding.
Yeah,
like, that is a brutal pounding.
You need a little extra momentum there, huh?
Next question. Just gonna move on. Never have I ever had sex in a friend's bed. No. That's just rude.
No.
Never done that before.
No.
I wish someone would do that. Oh, wow. It's kind of split. 55% of people have not had sex in their friend's bed. Wow, America.
Wow. I mean,
how do you have sex in someone else's bed? Yeah. That's just so rude. At least hopefully they changed the sheets and stuff.
They did not change the sheets. I'm almost positive they didn't change the sheets.
Yeah. I guess if you actually think about having sex in someone else's bed, you're probably not thinking about changing the seat.
Probably not. That's strange.
Never have I ever been rude. Joke?
Oh, wow.
I've definitely been rude.
Definitely been rude.
80% of people have been rude. So 20% of people have been it.
I'm about to go. Okay. I'm finna go be rude to these 20%. He's like, quit playing with me. But shit, most of my high school career was like rude. I was a rude little dude in high school. I was rude.
I can definitely say I had the pleasure of knowing Kevin K.
Kevin K.
Kevin K.
Yeah. Kevin Hughes
way
is
back
a different
when,
man.
He was 13 and
the rudest fuck. Yeah, and it's crazy because like I never even realized it until I looked back on it. And that was pretty recent too. When I really looked back,
that's how you always got in trouble.
I didn't always get in trouble. That was one thing about me. I wasn't really in trouble that much. But the thing is about me, I got into it with every teacher that I had one time though, at just one time, because every teacher loved me. All the teachers loved me, but it's like sometimes they just got a little too comfortable with me. I'm like, yo, you gotta cool it on this. And like, I don't think I ever got in trouble with teachers for being rude though. I think I more so got in trouble with teachers for just like talking back and like fighting my case. No, I don't think that's rude. I think being rude is like completely uncalled for. I actually had my reasons to get into it with teachers, because only time I got into it with teachers is when they would they would claim that I was doing something that I just was not doing, and I know I wasn't doing it, and then they kept talking to me as if I was doing it, and I'm like, yeah.
Rather than being polite and waiting to the end of class to discuss it with the teacher,
man,
rather
fuck
than
the end of class.
Exactly. So being rude.
I mean, I think it's rude for you to assume.
It's very rude to point out someone's mistake and flaw in front of everyone else.
Yeah, so they were being rude to me.
Well, as a teacher, that's their job for them to tell you to stop talking when they're talking, because that's not being rude, because they're telling you to stop doing something because you're preventing the rest of the class from doing something.
But I wasn't.
But for you to argue back and forth with them, it's cool for you to go like, I wasn't talking, and they're like, okay, well, and just pay attention.
And they didn't. If I say I'm not talking, they be like, this is. I don't like some. There were times where they'd be like, I wasn't talking, and be like, oh, okay, well, whoever's talking, be quiet, and then that'd be the end of it. But there were also times where I'd be like, I wasn't talking. They'd be like, yes, you were. Stop talking. I'm like, I'm not talking. They'd be like, I know what I heard, Kevin. Stop talking. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not fucking talking. Like, you're about to get it from me if you don't. But okay, fine, whatever. I was rude to teachers too.
I was present for a lot of those. I feel like in classes with you, and just knowing you in high school,
yeah,
you were like, yeah. You weren't terrible. I knew we were way worse people, but you were definitely on that list.
Fine. But yeah, I definitely was like, I wasn't like a bad person like you said, but no. I really think I could have been nicer to some people than I was, especially.
Yeah.
I don't think I was a bully or anything, but there were some people. There were just some people that really like just irked me. Like every time they talked, it just irked me. Mm-hmm. So it's like I just didn't know how to like contain myself.
How to nicely contain that anger.
Mm-hmm. You don't take your shot?
Mm-mm.
Nigga, you gonna take this shot?
Fine.
Take the shot.
It's bigger than yours was.
I didn't even take mine yet. Shot. Yeah, it's lemonade flavored. She did it. Bing, 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 bing. And she chases it with like a cocktail or an alcohol infused cocktail.
It's the best way.
All right, I'm taking my shot. What's the next never have question? Yeah.
Never have I ever called in sick to work because I was hungover. I have not done that. Or class. I haven't even done that for like class when I was in college.
I know I didn't do that for class. I don't know if I ever did that for work either.
Seems like you work for yourself.
Right, and that's the thing too. I work for myself, so I'm sure that I've like not worked because I was hungover.
So if you had to have left the house and worked for someone else, would you have still gone?
You said what?
So say, so those times where you like didn't work because you're hungover or whatever, had you have had to go somewhere like a session or to an office to work, would you have gone? I thought you would have gone.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Probably would have gone.
Okay, cool. So that's a never for us.
All right.
And
it's the last one.
61% of people have not called in sick to work because they were hungover.
I find that hard to believe, actually.
I was like, I know 2 people at least already at the top of my head that have called in to work because they were hungover.
I find that hard to believe.
But, I mean, there's not that many votes either. It's 486 votes that have not done it and 311 that have. So, not that many people for this one.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that concludes our 10-minute shot clock. Yeah.
And now, on to our third segment, our third and final segment.
Yeah.
The 10-minute tell-all.
10-minute tell-all.
Which is a chance for us to vent, rant, or simply talk about anything on our mind.
Anything on our minds.
Or a week that we had, or something we want to do.
You had a very interesting week.
I had a very busy week.
Well, yeah, busy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had a very, very busy week.
But yeah, I remember because I had to bring you your lunch.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to eat it until 2 days later.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
So yeah, I was really busy. My first 2 days worked through lunch. I was kind of upset about that because there's nothing worse than being a hangry employee.
Yeah. So you really just don't eat sometimes, like at work?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like sometimes you're just so busy, you look up and it's like 3:30 and you're like, well, I still got like 5 things to do, and that's going to take me like another 2 hours. So rather than me going, especially when you're like, like, okay, if I were to leave for an hour and go eat, that's just going to be more work to pile up.
Yeah.
But if I just work until 5, at least I can leave at 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish. If I take a lunch, that's an hour that I'm wasting. Yeah. So now it's put towards me staying. And rather than me leaving at 6 o'clock, I'm leaving at 7 o'clock now to make up for that hour. And I get paid. So I work because I have a 9-hour workday. So if I don't work through lunch, it's a 9-hour workday. If I don't work through lunch, it's 8-hour workday.
Well,
I don't get paid for lunch.
Well, yeah, but what if you do take your lunch at 3:30 and you still have to, do your whatever, and don't you get paid overtime?
Right, but I get paid overtime even if I stay after 7 minutes after the clock. We have like a 7-minute grace period type thing. So I'm supposed to get off at 5. But if I clock out at 5:15, I already start getting paid overtime because I'm past the 7-minute marker. And when I work late, I still get, because I'm only out I have a 40-hour work week is what my assigned time is. Most people don't have an actual 40-minute or 40-hour work week. Most people work like 9 to 5. I work 8 to 5.
Right.
So I'm already, any minute over that 40 hours, it's already going to be overtime because I'm already allotted a 40-hour work week.
Okay.
So when me skipping my lunch, that just gave me another hour over it. So now rather than my 40-hour week, I have a 42-hour week now because I worked through lunch twice this week. And then I didn't leave until 5:30, so now I have an additional hour because 30 minutes each day makes it another hour. So now I've earned 3 hours of overtime for these 2 days to work through lunch.
Interesting.
And nothing's better than an overtime check.
Yeah, very. I still don't like that you don't eat sometimes, though.
That's the same thing my attorney told me. And I told him, I said, well, I mean, I feel like that's a problem that you're causing.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It definitely is.
But honestly, I don't think it doesn't bother me unless I'm actually hungry. And a lot of times when you're working and working and working and you're like busy really and stuff, you're not really hungry. So I feel it's like when people skip lunch or skip meals and stuff, if you aren't hungry, I don't feel like has that much of an adverse effect if you're not hungry. But if you are hungry and you have like a headache if you're fighting or whatever, then I'm like, okay, I don't like that you're not eating because you're actually getting affected by it. But I was fine. I mean, I have snacks too. So like, I had chips. I think I had some chips that day. Or one of the days I had chips.
Can you eat at your desk? Can you eat at your desk and not call it lunch?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just hard to do because like when you're trying to like stuff pasta or whatever down your throat. Yeah. But you also have like legal documents in front of you that need to go to the judge. You're kind of like, I don't want to risk. Like, and plus it slows you down trying to like eat and do other things at the same time. Yeah. Because you're still like working slower because you have to be careful of your drink and your food. You have to put it somewhere in your workstation where you can still reach it, but it's not in the way. Yeah. It's just a lot. But I have eaten at my desk before. But it's the law firm life.
Yeah. Very stressful.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out of it.
Yeah. We're going to get you out of it though. Me and Khalib are plotting and scheming. Getting you into another industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like for real.
How?
I mean, shit.
Well, don't tell your secrets on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's been a busy week. Especially like when it comes to wedding stuff because we actually just had to move our wedding
back to the States.
We were gonna go to Mexico.
We're still going to Mexico.
We were going to get married in Mexico, but it just a lot of people weren't gonna be able to make it, even though people have known about it for a long time.
2 years almost.
Anyway, so we brought it back to.
Black people can't save money.
Yeah, basically. So we brought it back here to Chicago, well, a suburb in Chicago, and so now we're hoping that motherfuckers show up. Because if they don't,
they're gonna show up. I want motherfuckers to buy gifts.
Yeah, that's right.
Like they're gonna show up because black people just love a wedding because it's free liquor, free food. They get to dress up and be cute, and you know how black people love that shit. Because they post it to their Instagram and their Facebooks and be like,
talk about how much they love weddings and shit
and how cute they were. Yeah, but motherfuckers better buy gifts because I swear, if we don't get gifts,
because we spending a lot of money on this shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be on it, poppy.
But there's a lot of stuff that I can talk about just with this wedding coming up. I mean, these weddings bring out the true colors in so many people. It's when you really know like where you stand at with people.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
I definitely do, man. I didn't realize I had so many ride or die friends. Like they came through. I'm like, okay,
I think weddings definitely let you know who are ride or dies and are gonna have your back in the like bigger situations. Cause I mean, like being in a wedding, like as far as wedding shit goes, that's not even like hard. It's not hard to do to be in a wedding. You know what I mean?
So, you just buy your outfit. You show up when you're supposed to. And help out when you can. Just being a friend.
Right. And like, I think you can more so tell too, like by the amount of, or by the certain people that ask more questions and are like trying to help you out during your process and shit like that. And like you said, it brings out true colors in people.
Yeah. Like, I should better tell you, like, okay, we're going to go and we're going to buy our dresses this week. And then you get your dress and we got our dresses. Yeah. Like, simple.
Yeah.
Or, we go and I need help getting the cake. Cool.
Just come with me to get the fucking cake.
You're going to get the cake. Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, some people just are meant to be friends and some people are meant to be like friends.
Yeah.
So
there's definitely levels of friendship. Like, I remember you were talking about this is completely off topic, but you were talking about there's niggas, guys, and gentlemen. I feel like it's the same like concept that kind of goes with friends. I don't have labels for them yet, but I'm working on it. I'm
niggas, guys, and gentlemen. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, next time we come back, I'm gonna make sure I have labels for the 3 types of friends. Yeah, there you go. Hierarchy of friendship. You got your ride or dies. You got your kick it with friends.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
I try my best. Yeah. So.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed our first segment or our first episode of the Dirty 30.
The Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Getting down.
Getting dirty.
Thank you for joining us on the Dirty 30.
Later, guys.
Peace.